back here. If I had to do it all over again, we've been taking a good, long, hard look at ourselves and trying to be honest. And sometimes that's difficult to do. We don't like to see the bad about ourselves or the things that desperately need to be improved. But the question is asked, if I had to do it all over again. I mean, if we were starting all over 46 years ago, First Bible Baptist Church, or if I was starting all over again as a Christian, would I do some things different than I've done? And I'm sure that Pastor Mullen, and by the way, his son Wayne went home to be with the Lord this week, 55 years old. I just received that news yesterday, and you might pray for Wayne and then for Wayne's family, Wayne Jr.'s family. But would Pastor Mullen do some things differently? Would Pastor Modlish and Pastor Grace do some things differently? Would you do some things differently? It would be arrogant for any of us to say, you know, I've lived a perfect life. I had a perfect plan. Everything happened exactly the way I hoped it would be. And now looking back, I wouldn't change anything. You're not being honest to say that. We all make mistakes. We all could do things better. But we're looking at what the essentials of church are all about, and we've categorized them in 4 areas. We need to connect with God, and that's what vertical church is really all about, connecting with God. We must be a worshipful church before we can be a discipleship church, before we can be an evangelism church, before we can have the kind of koinonia fellowship that Christians are to have with one another and the impact that we're to have in our community. We must be worshipers of God. The Father seeks such to worship Him. Then we are to grow. We connect with God. We grow through discipleship.